Welcome to my channel. So today we are going to discuss about the multiple choice question and answer from the topic power amplifier in a subject electronic circuits too, as well as the electronic devices and circuits. So already some 45 questions we discussed about the power amplifier in the previous video. So if we want to learn the remaining videos and the remaining from first unit to fourth unit videos, I will give link in the description box. You can see. Okay, so please subscribe my channel and click the notification, the bell button. So then only you will get all videos. Okay, so we'll see the question here. So a transformer coupled class A power amplifier has a load of 100 ohm on the secondary. If the turn ratio is 10:1, what is the value of load appearing on the primary? Okay, so here the question is that so in a transformer coupled class A power amplifier, the load is 100 ohms. The turn ratio is 10:1. So 10:1, then what is the value of load appearing on the primary? So the formula is that it's the ratio of the N2 divided by N1. Okay, so N2 means the number of turns in the secondary. N1 means the number of turns in the primary. So N2 divided by N1 the whole square into the load RL. So this is the formula in order to find out the load appearing on the primary. So you see N2 10. So 10 divided by 1. So 10 squared. 10 squared is 100. 100 into the load is 100. So 100 into 100, it is a 10 kilo ohm. So the answer is 10 kilo ohm. Okay. Then the next question, the maximum collector efficiency of class B operation is dash. So it's a 75. That is actually the correct answer is 78.5 percentage. So you know for class A amplifier, that is resistance coupled class A, the collector efficiency is 25 percentage. For a transformer coupled class A, it's a 50 percentage. So similarly for class B operation, the collector efficiency is 75 percentage. Okay. Then a two transistor class B power amplifier is commonly called dash amplifier. Dual, push-pull, symmetrical, differential, push-pull. So while designing class B amplifier, compulsory we have to use two transistors. Okay, two transistor, since for the conduction angle for the class B power amplifier is only 180 degree. So that's why during positive half cycle, one transistor will conduct. During negative half cycle, another transistor will conduct. So that's why we have to use, in order to construct class B power amplifier, either a complementary symmetry class B or push-pull class B, we have to use two transistors. So this two transistor class B power amplifier is commonly called push-pull power amplifier. Then the next one, which of the following class have the theoretical efficiency of 78.5 percentage? Class B. So in class B amplifier, the theoretical efficiency is 78.5 percentage. Okay, then the next one, which of these is not true for a class B amplifier? It has a zero DC bias. They have an efficiency less than that of class A amplifier. It's a false. Okay. That is the efficiency of class B is 78.5 percentage. It is greater than class A amplifier. So this one is wrong. The quiescent power dissipation is 0. The conduction angle is 180. The remaining 3 is correct. This one is wrong. Then the next one, what is the output of class B amplifier for sinusoidal input? So if you are applying sinusoidal input, what is the output of class B amplifier? Sinusoidal, half sinusoidal, sinusoidal with a higher frequency, square wave. Half sinusoidal we will get. Okay. Since the class B amplifier, that is, it will conduct only for one half cycle. Then the next one, how do we obtain sinusoidal output out of class B amplifier? So in order to get the full sinusoidal output in class B amplifier, we have to use two transistors. Okay, we have to utilize two transistors. In a single transistor, we will not get a full sine wave, we will get only half sine wave. In order to get the full sine wave output, we have to use two transistors. Then the next one, in class B amplifier, it is found that the DC power is 25 watts. Find the AC power. Okay, so here the DC power is given, AC power we have to calculate. So which type of amplifier is this? It's a class B amplifier. So you see the figure of merit for class B amplifier, the figure of merit is equal to 0.5. The figure of merit is nothing but it's a ratio of DC power divided by AC power. So using this, we have to calculate AC power. So if you are rearranging, we will get the AC power is equal to DC power divided by 0.5. So 25 divided by 0.5, we will get 62.5 watts. So this is the answer. Okay. Then the next question, when is the maximum efficiency of class B amplifier is achieved? So in which condition we will get the maximum efficiency in class B? When Vmax equal to Vcc, when two transistors are used, when Vmin equal to 0, efficiency is always constant. Okay. So whenever the Vmin value reaches 0, we will get the maximum efficiency of 78.5%. Okay, so you see the efficiency formula is 1 minus Vmin divided by Vcc into 78.5. So whenever the Vmin value is 0, we will get the efficiency, maximum efficiency 78.5 we will get in class B. Then the next one, what is the disadvantage of class B push-pull amplifier? So in class B push-pull amplifier, the efficiency reduces, figure of merit increases, crossover distortion occurs, the Q power dissipation is very large. Crossover distortion occurs. So the crossover distortion is a major problem in class B push-pull amplifier. Okay, crossover distortion. That is a major disadvantage of class B. Then the next question, read the statement and select the correct option. A push-pull amplifier decreases harmonic distortion. Output has half-wave symmetry. Which statement is that? Is A and B are correct, but B is a correct reason for A. A is correct, B is incorrect. Both B and A is correct, but B is not the correct reason for A. So C is the correct option. That is A, B statement, both statements are correct. But this B output has half-wave symmetry. In order to get the half-wave symmetry, this is not the reason. Okay, so C is the option. Then why does no DC current flow in the primary winding of output transformer of class B push-pull amplifier? Okay, why the no DC current is flowing in the primary winding of the output transformer? Because the DC currents from both the transistor flow in opposite direction. So that's why both currents are cancelled. So in output transformer, there is no DC current is flowing. Then next question, which of these is incorrect for complementary symmetry push-pull amplifier? So in class B, there are two types of class B, push-pull class B, complementary symmetry push-pull class B. Simply push-pull class B means we can use both the transistors of same type. That is 2 NPN transistor we have to use or 2 PNP transistor we have to use. But complementary symmetry push-pull means one transistor is NPN, another one transistor is PNP. So which one is incorrect in complementary symmetry? During positive cycle, NPN transistor conducts. It is easier to fabricate on IC. Size of transformer required reduces. Efficiency and figure of merit are same as that of the transformer coupled push-pull. So which one is incorrect means this one. The size of the transformer required reduces in complementary symmetry. It is not the correct thing. Then the next one, a heat sink provides dash thermal resistance between case and air. A heat sink, it provides a low thermal resistance between the case and air. So that's why the power, that is the dissipated heat is dissipated to air. Okay, so low thermal resistance. Which of the following amplifier is most suited for making tuning circuit? So which amplifier, that is class A, class B, class C, class D. So which amplifier is used for tuning circuit? Okay, already we discussed in third unit tuned amplifier. So in tuned amplifier itself, we discussed this question. The tuned amplifier uses the class C operation. Okay, so the class C power amplifier is most suited for tuning circuit. Then the next one, a dash power amplifier is limited to use at only one fixed frequency, class C. Okay, so the class C is a tuned amplifier. Tuned means it is used to amplify only one particular fixed frequency. Okay, so class C. Then which of the following amplifier cannot be used for audio frequency amplification? Okay, class C. The class C is not at all used for amplifying audio frequency. It is used for intermediate frequency signals. Okay. Then the next question, class C amplifiers are used as dash. So the class C amplifiers are used as AF amplifier, detector, IF amplifier. The class C amplifier is mainly used as a IF, intermediate frequency amplifiers. Then the next one, if a transistor is operated in such a way that the output current flows for 60 degree of input signal, then it is called as dash operation. So already we discussed this question in a previous video. If the conduction angle is 360 degree means it's a class A. 180 degree means class B. In between 180 and 360 means it is called as a class AB. Then less than 180 degree means it's a class C. So here the conduction angle is only 60 degree. So it is a less than 180 degree. So it's a class C operation. Then the next one, dash amplifiers have the highest overall efficiency. Okay, class D. Out of class A, B, C and D, which one is having the highest overall efficiency means class D. Then next question, which of the following amplifier is designed to operate in digital pulses? Okay, so which amplifier is designed to operate in digital pulses means class D. The class D amplifier, it uses the digital pulses. Okay, uses digital pulses. The next question, if zero signal dissipation of transistor is 1 watts, the power rating of the transistor should be at least dash. Okay, the transistor is the dissipation is the zero signal dissipation of the particular transistor is 1 watt means the power rating of the transistor at least 1 watts. Okay, then when a transistor is cut off, maximum voltage appears across the transistor, maximum current flows, maximum voltage appears across the load, none of the above. Maximum voltage appears across the transistor is cut off mode. Okay, then the next one, a class A power amplifier is sometimes called dash amplifier, symmetrical, single-ended, reciprocating and differential. So the class A power amplifier is called a single-ended amplifier. Okay, it uses only one transistor. Then next, class dash operation gives the maximum distortion. Class C. Okay, the class C operation gives the maximum amount of distortion, but it provides the maximum efficiency compared to class A and B. Then the next one, the output stage of a multi-stage amplifier usually employs push-pull amplifier, pre-amplifier, class A power amplifier, none of the above. Push-pull amplifier. Usually in multi-stage amplifier, the output stage is push-pull. The size of power transistor is made considerably large to dash. So the size of power transistor is usually considerably very large in order to dissipate the heat. Okay, the power transistor is usually the size is large when compared to the small signal transistor. Why means in order to dissipate the heat. Okay, since the power transistor is usually provided with heat sink. The next one, the low efficiency of power amplifier results in dash. The low efficiency results in more battery consumption. Then the driver stage usually employs dash. The driver stage usually employs the class A power amplifier. Okay, class A power amplifier. The driver stage usually employs class A power amplifier. Then the next one, if the power rating of transistor is 1 watt, collector current is 100 milliamps, then what is the maximum allowable collector voltage. Okay, it is at 10 volt. The power rating is 1 watt and the collector current is 100 millivolt, means the collector voltage, it is nothing but 10 volt. Then the next one, the class D operation can achieve the power efficiency of over 90%. So in class A, 25% or 50%, in class B 78.5, in class D 90% efficiency we can achieve. The next one, the push-pull circuit must use dash operation, class B operation. In push-pull circuit, it uses the class B. Okay, it uses the 2 transistors. The next one, when no signal is applied, the approximate collector efficiency of class A power amplifier is dash. It's a 0%. So no input is given, means the collector efficiency is 0. Then the next one, what will be the collector efficiency of power amplifier? Having 0 signal power dissipation of 5 watts and AC power output of 2 watts. Okay. So here the collector efficiency formula is nothing but the signal power delivered divided by DC power, okay, supplied. So here the AC power output is 2. Then the power input power, okay, the DC power supplied is 5. So 2 divided by 5 into 100. So we will get a 200 divided by 5, it's a 40%. So the efficiency is nothing but signal power delivered to the load divided by DC power supplied into 100%. The next question, the output signal voltage and the current of power amplifier is 5 volt and 200 milliamps. The value being RMS. So what is the power? So IRMS and VRMS is given. So we have to find the power. So what is the power? The power is nothing but it's a product of current into voltage. So 5 into 200 milli. So 5 into 200 milli, we will get the answer is 1 watts. Okay, so 1 watts. So these are all the some of the questions from the power amplifier. Okay. So we will meet in the next video. So in next video, we are going to discuss about the distortions in power amplifier. Okay. So thanks for watching my channel and please subscribe my channel for more videos and please share this video to your friends also. Okay. So if you want to learn the signals and system MCQ, this electronic circuits to MCQ, digital signal processing and antenna MCQ, I will give link in the description box or in my channel. You go and see the playlist. So separate a playlist is created for each MCQ. So you go and learn. Okay, so thank you. We will meet in the next video.